Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Innovative Ways to Plan Your Next Event Successfully and Safely in South Korea, featuring Jury So, Manager, Meetings and Incentives for the Korea Tourism Organization, Ginny So, Assistant Manager, Daejeon, Convention Visitors Bureau, and Dolly Lee, Manager, Daegu, Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm Barbara Scafidio, editor of Prevue, and will be your moderator for the next hour. So happy to be here. Today's session will be recorded. You will receive a copy via email, so do not worry if you miss something. We'll get that to you. As with all Prevue webinars, you'll receive a CEU from the EIC for your participation. Please do ask questions. These ladies are here to help you learn about South Korea, an amazing country which I've had the good fortune to visit a couple of years ago. Please ask questions throughout. We will hold the Q&A at the end. Do stay on to the end too, because you'll win. You have the opportunity to win a $100 gift card. So that's enough of my housekeeping. I'd like to turn it over to Jury and enjoy the webinar. Jury.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking your time today to join us for the webinar today and to learn more about South Korea. I am very excited to showcase our destination as well as the couple of cities in Korea that suit for international meetings. So without further ado, let me show you a quick video of South Korea, and then I will do my presentation. So let me begin my presentation. So before I start, I want to kick off with some general facts of Korea. The time difference is 9 hours in GMT, and the population is 50 million people, and the capital city is Seoul with the population of 10 million. The official language is Korean, however, English is very widely spoken in Korea. So foreigners don't have to worry about the language. It's very easy to navigate throughout the country. The government is democracy and religions is various like Buddhism, Christianity, and so on. And traffic is right-hand. For US citizens, they can come to Korea and stay in Korea without visa for up to 9 days. And that's the same for 150 countries. So it's very convenient visa-free program that Korea provides. And in 2019, Korea attracted the highest number of foreign visitors by attracting more than 17 million foreign visitors in 1 year. And we expect to have more visitors coming after the COVID-19, hopefully. And in Korea, most of the credit cards are accepted. And unlike US, we don't have any tipping cultures, so you don't have to tip. However, some hotels, drivers, and guides can accept tips if you wish to tip them. Just like US, we have 4 distinct seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. But be aware that July and August are the rainy seasons in Korea. So why should you organize a meeting in Korea? Korea is among the top convention countries in the world. And the capital city, Seoul, is also among the most popular meeting cities in the world. And Korea has a great experiences such as G20 Seoul Summit in 2010, and also in 2016, Korea hosted Rotary International, where more than 45,000 Rotarians gathered at our biggest convention center called KINTEX. And Korea also is one of the world's most innovative country, and Korea was ranked the first place for the Bloomberg's world's most innovative country in the world. And accessibility is very crucial when choosing a destination for international meetings, and it is very easy and convenient to come to Korea. There are 90 airlines available, and Korea connects 59 countries and 188 cities with the direct flights around the world. Despite the small size of the country, we have 11 meeting cities where meetings can be organized. Let me introduce the infrastructure of South Korea. Incheon International Airport is the major airport in South Korea. This airport is ranking the top among the best airports in the world. It has a great facilities such as culture center, gardens, spa, and it also has the golf course near the airport as well as the ice rink and so on. These are the major gateways between the US and Korea. There are 13 cities in the US where the direct flights fly to Korea. And the flight hours depend on the cities, but usually takes about 13 to 14 hours. Domestic flight is also available. So to go to our beautiful island called Jeju Island, you can take domestic flight from Seoul, and it takes about 1 hour flight. And you can also go to our second largest city, Busan, from Seoul with the domestic flight, and it also takes 1 hour flight. KTX is the high-speed train which goes to other meetings destinations such as Busan, Gangneung, Gwangju, and Yeosu. And from Seoul to those destinations, it takes about 2 to 3 hours with the KTX. And it's very convenient and it's really, really high speed, so you cannot feel like the train is moving at all. Public transportation is very convenient, well organized, as well as very affordable in Korea, such as subway, taxi, and bus. And English announcements are also made on those public transportations, so you don't have to worry about the language, and it's very easy to navigate and very convenient when using public transportation. And this travel hotline 1330 is available 24/7 for free. And it is also available in multiple languages, including English. So whenever delegates have any kinds of problem, they can call this number anytime and get assistance. So if they lost the way or if they want to find a best restaurant near them, they can just call this number. So let me introduce our convention centers and also meeting facilities in Korea. Lotte World Tower is the latest landmark of Korea located in Seoul. And it is the 6th tallest building with over 100 floors, and it is a multi-purpose building featuring 5-star hotel, convention center, and also other great facilities like retail, dining, and so on. These are the examples and photos of the Lotte World Tower featuring accommodation, meeting and banquets, restaurant, shopping malls, and also observation deck where people can oversee Seoul. COEX is the major convention center in Seoul, and COEX is connected with the 3 of 5-star hotels. So it's very convenient, and delegates can stay at the venue and They can walk around, tour the venues, and it is also connected with the other facilities like department stores, shopping malls, and aquariums. So delegates can do everything under one roof. Incheon, where the airport is located, has Songdo Convensia, so it is a perfect location if people want to stay at the near the airport. GOYANG is located in Gyeonggi province, and the major convention center there is KINTEX, and KINTEX is the largest convention center in Korea. And from GOYANG to Seoul, it takes only about 48 minutes by car, so that's very not too far from Seoul if delegates want to tour around the Seoul after the event. Busan, which is the largest port city as well as the second largest city, they have BEXCO, which is the major convention center of Busan. Jeju Island, which is usually referred as Hawaii of Korea, they have International Convention Jeju. So Jeju Island is getting very popular destination nowadays for the international meetings as well. Accommodation is also another very important factor when choosing a destination, and Korea has lots of options to choose from. We have 5-star international chains, but we also have other affordable options as well as the local brands as well. So there are tons of options to choose from. Free Wi-Fi is provided in the most of the public areas in Korea, since Korea is very high in technology and very innovative. And plus, people can enjoy the world's fastest internet speed while in Korea. And safety is also very important, and it is very safe to travel in Korea because tourist police assistance is available at the major tourist attractions such as Seoul, Incheon, and Busan. So if delegates have any problem while touring, they can get connected with the tourist police and they will be able to help you. So next, I will introduce our tourism. So Korea has such a long history, over 5,000 years. We have both the modern and traditional cultures as well as the unique venues. So all the modern and history are coexisted in one country. Korea has 14 UNESCO World Heritage Cultural Sites. And let me introduce some of the unique venues and attraction in Seoul. So in Seoul, there are 5 royal palaces, and left side picture is Gyeongbokgung Palace, which is the most popular palace among the 5 palaces. And it is located in the heart of Seoul, so it's very easy to go to one palace to the other palace, and it is one of the most visited attractions to do while in Korea. And right-hand side picture is Taebisan Flooring Island, and it is the artificial island as well as the unique venue. So it is a perfect place for smaller gatherings or smaller size of the international meetings, and also a place for the banquets after the event. In Gyeonggi province, there is a Korean folk village where people can feel and experience the Korea's traditional culture. And in Incheon, there is a 5-star luxury HANOK hotel, which was built with Korean traditional architectures. So while delegates stay at this hotel, they can feel and stay at the Korea's traditional house, with the architecture. DMZ is the demilitarized zone, which is the only place on earth where you can experience in Korea. And it is a border barrier that divides the Korean peninsula in half. So it is also another must thing to do while in Korea. And in 2018, Korean Summit was hosted in Joint Security Area, which is referred as JSA, and it is the only portion of DMZ where two forces can stand face to face. Pyeongchang, located in Gangwon, was the host for 2018 Winter Olympic venue. So after the Olympic, this destination is getting very popular for a winter getaway destination for not only international tourists, but also for local people as well. Of course, there are other meeting cities like Daejeon, Daegu, and Gwangju, and two speakers from Daejeon and Daegu will talk more about their cities after my presentation. And Busan is also another very popular meeting cities because it is far away from Seoul, but it has lots of transportation options to go to Busan, such as KTX or domestic flights or the train. And they have lots of outdoor activities to do in the city, such as yacht tour, or because it is the port city, they have a lot of beaches where delegates can enjoy after the event. They also have largest seafood market called Chagarjin Market, and as well as the world's largest department store. Jeju Island, as I have mentioned, a Hawaii of Korea, is also another very popular international meetings destination. They have lots of things to do on the island, such as kayaking, yacht tour, and the island have many resorts where delegates can stay, as well as the convention center that I've mentioned earlier. And the island has this very interesting intangible world heritage called Haenyeo. And Haenyeo is female divers who dives into the seashore without any diving gears. And they catch fish right away. And the oldest Haenyeo is over 90 years old. And they do this diving for their living. So it's very unique culture only in Jeju Island. So tourists can also experience diving with the Haenyeos, or if they are afraid of diving, they can just enjoy the fresh seafood and fishes that Haenyeo catches right away. So that's very unique culture of Jeju Island. So let me introduce other unique cultures of South Korea. So Korea has both modern and traditional cultures. So modern culture like K-pop, BTS, and also B-boy, and traditional cultures like mask dance and kayagum, which is the Korean traditional instrument. Since we are getting very popular with the K-pop after Psy and BTS, we are getting very well-known destination for K-pop and K-drama as well. So young people really come to Korea to experience and see the K-pop cultures. HANOK is the Korean traditional houses, and in Seoul, there is a HANOK village where all of those old houses were preserved from the past, maybe over 100 years. And people still live in those traditional houses. So, a variety of attractions can be done in Korea, from nature, shopping, adventure, nightlife, cultural activities, entertainment, to wellness. So there are lots of options. HANOK stay is very unique experience in Korea, and it is among the most popular attractions to do while in Korea. So it is a experience where people can stay overnight at Korean traditional house, and they are served with Korean traditional breakfast. Temple stay is also another very popular experience among the visitors, and it is the experience where people can stay overnight at the temple, and they are served with temple foods, and experience being a monk. And of course, food is another very important part. So, and all of those complementary side dishes come with the Korean traditional cuisine. And bibimbap is the most traditional Korean dish. And it is the rice with all of those vegetables, and you mix it up with spicy sauce. Last but not least, let me introduce our support. Korea MICE Bureau is under Korea Tourism Organization, and we have headquarters in Korea, but I am based in New Jersey, serving for KTO New York office. And we coordinate with other meeting stakeholders such as regional CVVs, venues, hotels, and so on. And lastly, we provide financial support for the groups that are eligible. So the group that has more than 100 overseas attendees and stay in Korea for at least 3 days, they are eligible to apply for our subvention program. That includes the official banquets, cultural performances, tours, and souvenirs, and so on. And after the COVID-19, we have expanded our subvention program. So if you want to have more detailed information, you can reach out to me to get more information or the amount of the support that you can receive. And we also have premium additional support for the groups that has more than 1,000 overseas attendees. These include digital welcome signage at the airport, concierge desk at the airport, exclusive immigration checkpoint at the airport, Korea tourism and culture booth on event sites, and also event mobile application development support. Lastly, we also provide complimentary site inspection tour, including accommodation, airfare, meals, and tours, and so on, to the key decision makers. So do not hesitate reaching out to me to ask more information about the support. So this ends my presentation today. Thank you so much. So let me turn the floor over to Ginny from Daejeon. Thank you.
So, good afternoon, everyone. It's my great pleasure to be here today. My name is Dini, and I'm from Daejeon CBB under Daejeon International Marketing Enterprise, which is the affiliate of Daejeon City Government. Now, let me start with why Daejeon. First of all, Daejeon is easy to access. Secondly, Daejeon is a central hub of science and technology in South Korea. Thirdly, Daejeon Metropolitan City Government promises a strong support. What are the advantages of South Korea and especially Daejeon? That is the convenience in transportation. As in the map, Daejeon is located in the center of South Korea, and you can come to Daejeon by high-speed train or buses from many international airports in Korea, including Incheon International Airport. And it is also close to capital city Seoul. Daejeon is nation's 5th largest city. There are 19 universities, 23 major national R&D institutes, and lots of cutting-edge technology-based companies in Daejeon. Daejeon, which is the national R&D innovation cluster of South Korea, is located in Daejeon. This slide shows key institutes, including Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. Also, Daejeon City Government and Daejeon International Marketing Enterprise will spare no effort to successfully host your business event. Now in more specific, let me move on to the accessible, affordable, and attractive venue. Daejeon Expo Park, which held Daejeon World Expo in 1893, is completely changed to a new landmark of Daejeon. As you can see, infrastructures are within its walking distance of each other. Among them, Daejeon Convention Center, which is built in 2008, is a modern and state-of-art facility. There are 20 meeting rooms and 4 exhibition halls, and it can up to accommodate 2,500 people. Right next to the Daejeon Convention Center, the second hall will be completed in next year. There are 3 exhibition halls, and you can have 130 exhibition booths, and it can accommodate up to 4,000 people. Also, a new type of science complex is ready to open. It will host 5-star hotel, a shopping mall, and many restaurants. It takes 10 minutes on foot from Daejeon Convention Center. For a unique experience, we would like to recommend you to organize your social event at Expo Park. Attendees can enjoy Hanbit Tower Media Passage and musical water fountain while they stay in Daejeon. With those infrastructures, Daejeon has built a successful in-person experience of hosting large scale of international conferences, such as 2009 International Astronomical Conference and 2016 IEEE Intelligent Global System Conference. How about accommodations near Daejeon Convention Center? There are about 39 hotels and almost 12,000 rooms are available. The hotel offers quite reasonable rates, ranging from $40 to $150 per night. All of them are clean with 4 to 5-star rates and located within about 7 kilometers at most. With our alliance members, we set up a support system to promote and make your event succeed in many ways. Around Daejeon Convention Center, there is Convention and Culture Cluster, where you can enjoy intriguing city Daejeon. And also, we have unique venues for your special events. Also, we provide a variety of tourist options to delegates. Whatever you eat, where you go, it is gonna be a unique and unforgettable experience in Daejeon. No matter the convenient conference calls might be, there is no denying the value of face-to-face meetings. In this respect, I think today's webinar is very meaningful. That is why we are here today to promote our city of Daejeon as your next destination for your event. We hope that you are staying safe and well, and we also look forward to welcoming you all to Daejeon. For the last minutes, let me show our short video, and thank you for your attention.
Once you make a decision, there's no room for regret. Keep your eye on the goal and work together towards success. In this midst, we are together as one. This is why I chose Daejeon as the host city for a successful international conference.
Pioneering South Korea's science sector and bringing the future one step closer. Daejeon. a place full of human resource talent and infrastructural support that will yield my successes. This is the reason why I chose Daejeon as the host city for a successful international conference.
A city offering special moments and entertainment that can't be found anywhere else on Earth. Daejeon. For the unbridled passion residing inside me, I use this passion to excel and enjoy the exhilarating moments that will help me grow. This is why I choose Daejeon.
Thank you, and I'm gonna hand over to Dolly from Daegu Convention Bureau.
Okay, hi everybody. My name is Dolly Lee from Daegu Convention and Visitors Bureau. It's really nice to see you all. Okay. Actually, I know you are very confusing because Daegu and Daejeon, the name is very similar. Let me give you a question. Even though I cannot see you and I cannot hear you, but let me give you a question. Are there anyone who are using Samsung cell phone now? Actually, I am using iPhone. I'm very proud of the fact that Daegu City is the hometown of the Samsung Electronics. Samsung started its business from our city. Daegu is the third largest city in Korea, and actually Daegu is not well known outside of Korea before, but it has successfully hosted large and high profile business events such as the 2013 World Energy Congress and 2015 World Water Forum and the 2019 IBRO World Congress of Neuroscience. We also intend to host large events in the future, such as 2022 World Gas Congress, 2026 World Neuro Rehabilitation Congress, etc. There are many reasons to choose Daegu as the destination to host your next event, but I would like to highlight just 3 main points. First, Daegu is a unique destination. Daegu is an accessible and affordable city, and with its world-class convention facilities, it is a smart and safe city to host the events. Daegu is a unique destination to captivate experiences. It is a home to 14 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. They include Gyeongju, which is called the Museum Without Walls, Andong, home of Korean Confucianism, Cheongsong, UNESCO Global Geopark, and Hapcheon Center of Korean Buddhism. All these areas are located within 1 hour drive from downtown Daegu and its convention center. Daegu is Korea's future industry hub. The city government invests a large sum of money and make policies to foster 5+1 future industries. Also, it supports a lot to bring international business events, especially related to these industries. Visitors can experience Korea's advanced future industries in our city. There are a lot of fun and diverse activities for your event's participants. During the international business events, we provide exciting Korean cultural programs with low fees. Daegu is an accessible and affordable city to visit. Conveniently located in the southeastern region of Korea, Daegu is 1 hour and 40 minutes from Seoul by bullet train. You can visit Daegu via 3 international airports: Daegu Airport connects 23 cities in 9 countries. Gimhae Airport, which covers majority of Asian countries, and Incheon Airport, largest airport in Korea. From America, you can conveniently stop at Hong Kong, Shanghai, or Tokyo to transfer to Daegu Airport, which is located in the city center. Daegu is a cost-effective city. There are a variety of hotel options, from luxurious 5-star hotels to budget accommodations. The prices of 5-star hotels range from $130 to $180. You can use public transportation with $1 to go everywhere. Delicious Korean foods are also available for just under $10. Finally, Daegu provides with smart and safe meeting environment to prepare for an unexpected situation such as COVID-19. Daegu Convention Center Exco is a world-class convention center equipped with the latest facilities. It's Korea's 4th largest convention center, which has a convention hall accommodating around 3,500 participants, an auditorium with 1,300 seats, 23 conference rooms with various sizes, and a total of 30,000 square meters of exhibition halls. It is equipped with cutting-edge technologies for hybrid or virtual events. They include large-scale LED screens, contact-free registration system, state-of-the-art online studio, VR tour devices, and high-tech disinfection system. We offer outstanding safety facilities provision for any kind of pandemic situation. Convention facilities in Daegu have already experienced hosting events during the COVID-19 successfully. We Daegu Convention and Visitors Bureau provides event planners with strong support to host international events successfully in our city. From a bidding process to hosting, we support financial and in-kind support such as site inspection, accommodation and venue negotiation assistance, and planning tour programs, etc. I hope to invite you all in Daegu soon, and thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Okay, it is my end of my presentation.
Thank you so much. That was terrific, Dolly, and Jenny, thank you, and of course, Jury. So what we have is a little time here and questions that have come in from the audience. I will share them with all of you, or if they're specific to one of your specialties, I'll call you out. So one is a specific question, but I'm curious myself. The floating islands, Jury, that you had in the original, the first presentation, is that a restaurant or a meeting space? What exactly is that?
It is a multi-purpose venue, so it has restaurants, cafes, but also have the meeting facility, like conference rooms also. So it is a multi-purpose venue.
So is that a popular spot for cruisers?
Yeah, of course.
Another question, this is from Leslie. Can you confirm if delegates from any countries are excluded from entering Korea right now to attend meetings and conventions?
Actually, they we still have the 14-day quarantine in Korea. So anyone outside of the Korea entering Korea, they have to be quarantined for 14 days. But we do have quarantine exemption certificate if delegates apply through the embassy in their countries. But the process is a little bit complicated, but they can, try apply for the certificate, because for like the reasons, if they come to Korea for conferences, sometimes they can be exempt from the quarantine.
And again, to be clear, they go to their own embassy to apply. And any time frame on how that?
It will take about a month to receive the certificate.
Interesting. Which leads into another question from Lisa, which was, what is the status of life in Korea like right now? You know, in the United States, we've just opened up. In most states, it does vary from state to state, but with the vaccinations going so well, there's been a real shift in this country. What is your status in your country? And is it similar wherever you go in the country?
Because maybe Dolly and Jeannie live in Korea, maybe they can answer this question.
Who would like to take that? So what is it like every day? Are there ball games and concerts? Are there group restrictions as far as size? Are there any group restrictions as far as, obviously, meetings?
Yes, we have the restrictions, gathering people more than 100 and people in one place. But actually, we also host events, international events or national events, more than 500 people, in a very safe, procedures. We all wear masks and we care about the safety measures. So yeah, and we are having normal. We are trying to go back to the normal life, and yeah, and we are also be vaccinated from the older people, and we expect more than half of people will be vaccinated by the end of this year. So I hope to see you all next year, maybe in Korea.
Absolutely, and you know, the people who are on this call are planning certainly into the future. So that's why they're here, and there is a lot of interest, I will tell you, from the questions. So let me go to another one. This is another bit more specific, and maybe Jenny wants to take this one since I took the last one. Do individual city destinations offer financial support to meetings or conventions similar to what the KTO does? Jenny?
Yes, Daejeon have a strong financial and management support when they host international conferences to Daejeon. We have a specific index or the numbers to we can operate and support the international conferences. So if you have more questions or about our city, you can just contact me or email to me.
Dolly, I see you nodding. Is it a similar situation there?
Yes, actually, my city also have the strong and extensive support to the international conferences. So as I told you, we support the international events from the bidding process to hosting. So we can help the meeting planners like site inspection or the promotional materials, and also when you are planning to host your events, we provide with the subvention according to the number of attendance. Yeah, so for the specific information, I can also give you the information, yeah, if you contact me.
Perfect. And we will pass that contact info along to all at the end of this event. And do stay on. We are going to be raffling off a gift card for $100 shortly, $100 gift card. So next question is a totally different angle. It has to do with incentive travel, and incentive planning is picking up enormously in this country. I have someone on the call who was asking, typically, if a group goes to Seoul for an incentive program, do they typically combine it with another destination? And what activities would not be missed for an incentive program? Maybe Jerry?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, like nowadays, because we are so close to Japan, some incentives groups, they combine trips with the Japan, Korea to travel. So that's really true. And when they are in Korea, we have some, must visit places and attractions to do in Seoul, such as 5 palaces. They have to go to palaces and see how the Korean palace was built from the past, and they also have to go to maybe Namsan Tower, which is the tower in Seoul where people can oversee the capital city Seoul. And there are lots of other attractions to do while in Seoul. And for incentives, like many groups also go to the Jeju Island, as I've mentioned in the presentation. So that's a beautiful island and perfect destination for incentive groups as well.
Right, and definitely incentive quality hotels. I will vouch for that because a few during my visit, including Busan, had some properties. So, and the bullet train is an exciting addition to a program because it's not necessarily something that people, U.S. attendees.
Right, exactly.
So I'm going to go specific because I've got people with specific needs, but I think it will probably help all of us. Is it possible to hold a function at the South Korean National Art Museum? Jerry?
I think so. I think some of the national museums provide their venue to host the meetings, but let me find the exact answer and get back to you.
Certainly do your best there. Here's another specific. What type of airdrop is there from Asian cities to Jeju?
Oh, which cities? Fly to Jeju Island?
The airdrop, like, is it across the board?
Most of the Asian cities, maybe on like China, Japan, and I can also send them the list of the airlines or the cities that fly directly to the Jeju Island airport.
Okay, that seems to be popular destination. Question about K-pop. We knew that would come up. How can I integrate that into my program? I'm sure there are many ways. Do you want to suggest a couple?
If the groups are interested, maybe KTU can, support, find a group who can, present, maybe sing a song during the group or something like that. We can provide support, finding the group that can, join the event for their banquet or so on.
Actually, in Daegu, when we hosted the international events in 2018, at that time K-pop was very popular. So for the young students, young student participants, we provide a room and a good, K-pop dance teacher, and we provide the participants free K-pop experience, program. So yeah, so students join the program during the session, and then they learn how to dance K-pop and sing a song, and it was very, popular. They liked it. Yeah.
Right. I think immersion in the culture is so enormous, both the the culture at present and the history is just everywhere. So and that is what visitors from other parts of the world want to see when they visit. I've got another couple of questions about specifics around, because obviously we are, there are some people on the call who are interested in the COVID situation right now. Here's one from Sonia. Are you required to provide a COVID test? We mentioned quarantine, but we didn't talk about tests. And if so, how many days before arrival?
As far as I know, they have to be tested before departure from the US, and the test has to be done in 72 hours. And then after the arrival at the airport, they also need to be tested at the airport as well.
So that would be the rapid test, and then with those results, they can move forward.
Of course, yes.
Very standard, really. That sums up a lot of Europe as well. So, and we mentioned restriction, group size limitations. Does that apply to restaurants? This is a question from Anita. Are there restrictions in restaurants?
Actually, in Korea, the more than 5 people cannot be seated in a same table. It is the restriction. Yeah.
Yes, but there is another options, or if you are on the convention center and you are an event, you can accommodate up to 500 people in a place like this, but it depends on the venues. So you have to check in before.
So interesting to know for people who are thinking sooner rather than later. That is, I think, a nice wrap up for now. Wanted to give you guys an opportunity if anyone wanted to share anything else at this point about your destination, really looking into the future. We'd love to hear.
Well, I don't have right now, but I want to thank you everyone for joining us today. And of course, if they have any additional questions, they can reach out to me, Dolly, or Ginny to ask questions. And yeah, we hope to see you soon in Korea.
It's been a pleasure having you, all of you here. And as always, I learned a lot. I'm sure the audience did as well. I want to congratulate Leslie Zeck. Leslie, good to see you on the call. I happen to know her personally, though I didn't pick her name. Just to clarify. And getting the $100 gift card. So thank you so much for being a part of today's event, and I encourage you to explore Korea. What an amazing destination. Jury, a pleasure working with you, and Ginny, and all of you are just a great team, Dolly. Come back and see us soon. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.